Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to do a video on the power of having a trading community where you have a lot of people focused on the same types of trades and setups, etc. And one of the challenges with stock trading in general is that there's so many stocks in the market. The filtering process can at times be cumbersome. The one good thing about that is when you have generally a overall range bound or a tight market on the indexes, you generally can still find plenty of stocks out of the 8,400 stocks that have great volatility coming out of the right cycles, etc. And this is our focus. And having a trading community where a lot of people are looking at different setups. In fact, we maintain probably around 10 different watch lists of key trades that we look for, cycle-based trades, PBC zones, MM patterns, etc. Again, these are stocks. We're always focusing on stocks that have the potential for really big gains based on prior parts of its super cycle. And so when it breaks into the final phase of a super cycle, you generally can get some pretty good long-term runs. So if we have a lot of eyes looking out for those, it's much easier and better. And so it's basically traders helping other traders. So just to give you an example of some stocks in the past year, probably heard of Tandem TNDM if you're following stocks closely. This one went from about 250 up to $50 over the course of probably about 6 months or so. Really huge run up on that. I traded in and out of that a few times and did okay, but I really missed the whole trend just because I was just not as focused on that particular trade for some reason or another. Maybe it was, I don't recall at the time, probably tied up in some other trades. But the point I'm trying to make is that there's the potential for some really big gains in the market if you have people who are maybe looking a little bit closer at individual stocks, why a stock is going up, what the future prospects for a company are, than sharing it with other traders in the club. It's a lot better when you're starting out with a watch list that gives you the potential for those types of trades based on cycles playing out. So it's one of the things we really focus on. There's our deep tube trades, which are stocks coming off of a 250-day low, and they print a cycle, a BMI cycle coming out of the base, and give us a pullback opportunity to get in. There have been some really big movers in the past year on that. So basically, we're always looking for stocks coming off a 250-day low that give us a momentum signal and a pullback. So Tandem was one of those. HEAR here, another big runner this year. I think it went from $3 to $30 or so. So those are the kind of trades that can happen when you have a focus on the big picture, cycles. And one of the nice things about this type of trading is that, yeah, although you're not making money every day like you might be from day trading, if you're having a good trading day, what will generally happen is that every few weeks you hit on a stock that came out of a cycle-based squeeze, and all of a sudden your count's up 30 or 40%. It's just it's a different way of trading than your typical person who wants to be in and out of trading every day, different stock, etc. This is kind of a stealth-based approach to the markets, and you go through periods where a little bit slow, not much happening. All of a sudden, it's like boom. There's a bunch of breakouts and stocks that you were looking at and ready to buy, and you pounce on them when you get the breakout, and your account moves up very nicely over a few weeks or even a few months' time. So it's kind of a relaxed form of swing trading, and we're basically just not trying to trade just to trade. We're trying to keep our powder dry for the best setups, and that's why we're building watch lists. And again, the power of community, having lots of eyes on these things. For instance, the IPO TM5 cycle. It's TM5 or TY1 cycle. These IPOs that come out, a lot of people just jump on them blindly, which is really silly because if you go back and back test a lot of IPOs, they might go up maybe a couple waves right off the IPO and then spend many months languishing. And when I say many months, I'm talking about a year, sometimes a year and a half on those particular IPOs that will have follow through soon. So that's another place we have watch lists we're building, and if we have a lot of eyes on those, less likelihood of missing those opportunities when they break out of those cycle-based price squeezes. So again, it's all about the power of community. Again, traders helping other traders. You know, I have a pretty good eye at seeing long-term cycles just because I'm going through so many stocks throughout the week. Generally, a couple thousand stock charts every week I go through. And so I'm seeing things set up sometimes weeks or months in advance, or at least the potential for them. So again, I'm building the watch list. And, when I post them in the chat, someone who might know something about the company or digging into the researching the company might have an opportunity that shows us something that about the company, about the potential for a buyout based on technology they have. And so we might have more eyes on at that point, have an opportunity to get in options ahead of potential news coming out of a price squeeze. So these are just some of the things can happen from a trading community based approach to trading. For instance, my trading partner Daryl Thompson, he fed me 2 trades last year, pretty close to back, within a week or two. And I looked at the trades, I saw the long-term cycle setting up, and I ended up putting about $3,500 in each trade. I was willing to risk about half of that, $1,700 each. And these 2 trades over a few months' time made me over $50,000. So that's the power of having different people seeing the market from different angles. And if you have a bunch of people doing the same thing, a lot more opportunities can arise. So it's all about community, and that's all I can say. It's just let's roll the freaking markets together, and hope you can drop into the club and hook up with us. If you would like to test the waters and see what the Big Kuna Trading Club is all about, I'd encourage you to take advantage of the offer you see below this video. We'd love for you to come check us out, ask questions, and get a better feel for how our system can help you find and trade some of the rogue wave stocks you've seen in this presentation. Hope to see you on the inside. Take care.